Rachael Ray is known for her fun approach to cooking, and she brings that same positive energy to her life outside the kitchen. From her love of jumping out of planes to her obsession with vinyl records, Ray has plenty of interests beyond food. Rachael Ray was brought up in a large, boisterous family that shared an appreciation for good food. As she explained in an interview with Rachael Ray magazine, her own appreciation of food flowed from her Sicilian grandfather, who taught her mother how to cook countless dishes. She said in the interview, "There are too many recipes to think of picking a favorite, but if I had to, stuffed artichokes with tons of anchovies, breadcrumbs, and cheese." Ray even paid tribute to her grandfather during an episode of her daytime show, telling the audience,
"I lost him when I was still very young, but he was absolutely my best friend."
She also revealed that they would often share a favorite snack, sardine sandwiches with plenty of onions. Ray learned a tough lesson on her first day of school when she brought one of those sandwiches for lunch. She told NPR, "I came home that day being the stinky girl in the funny clothes with the funny shoes." As a result, Ray vowed to never return to school. But as Ray recalled, once her grandfather heard her sobbing, he told her, "There's plenty in life that you have no control over that you will cry about. Certainly your vanity should never be one of them, you know?" When she was in her 20s, Ray relocated to upstate New York and landed a job at a gourmet market in Albany. During that time, she was enlisted to teach some cooking classes with the intention that her interaction with customers would spur sales of the ingredients in her recipes. Her classes, which she dubbed 30-minute Mediterranean meals, became such a hit that Ray captured the interest of a local TV station. The station brought her onto its news broadcast for a once-a-week segment called 30-Minute Meals. When Ray's companion cookbook sold 10,000 copies, she realized she was onto something. Apparently, so did executives at the Food Network. In 2001, she launched her first Food Network TV show, 30-Minute Meals, expanding on the concept she had introduced in Albany. The show ended its successful run in 2012, but she returned to revive the franchise in 2019. When interviewed by the Washington Post, Ray spoke about why she decided to return to her first TV hit, saying, "It's fun to be asked to do something 20 years later and reinvent it for a new group of people. Who wouldn't say yes?" Before becoming a successful television personality, Ray held numerous non-celebrity jobs. That included working at one of the restaurants her family owned in Cape Cod. She said in her Food Network biography, "I was surrounded by all different styles of cooking and worked in the food service industry in just about every capacity you can imagine. That included everything from waiting tables to washing dishes. Famous folks who waited tables on their way to the top are often generous tippers once they're successful. But there are also celebs who are terrible tippers, and Ray may be among them." That was something noted by viewers of her Food Network series, $40 a Day, in which she went out on the town but had to stay within a $40 budget. According to a viewer, Ray managed that by leaving minuscule tips, in most episodes giving less than $1 as a tip. Ray may have amassed some experience in front of the camera by appearing on Albany local news, but filming a pilot for the Food Network was uncharted territory for her. As she wrote in her 2019 book, Rachael Ray 50, she was a nervous wreck when she shot the pilot episode of her first series on the set of Emeril Live, the Food Network hit hosted by celebrity chef Emeril Lagasse. It didn't go well. Ray wrote, "I did set Emeril Lagasse's kitchen on fire my first day of taping at Food Network Kitchens." Ray recounted the incident when Lagasse dropped by as a guest on Rachael Ray. She revealed she was anxious and distracted by all the activity going on around her and hadn't noticed production staffers had heated her pans in the oven. She recalled on her show,
I was so nervous I didn't want to start, so I kept talking and talking and talking. And when I went to put oil in the pan, huge flames shot up.
It's no secret that Ray is incredibly passionate about food, but she has another interest that's equally important to her and her husband, John Cusimano. She told USA Today, "We are obsessed with our music and we listen to everything. We love rap, we love opera, we love classic rock and good pop. As for how they prefer to listen to their beloved tunes, forget streaming or CDs. They're strictly vinyl purists." Ray told Forbes, "My husband and I are big music junkies and we have an enormous vinyl collection with around 1,500 to 2,000 records. That's probably our favorite family pastime, to listen to music with the dog." In fact, if Ray hadn't become a successful talk show host and TV chef, she might have taken a very different career path within the realm of music. She once said on her show,
"You know my fake dream job is fill-in drummer for the Foo Fighters, right?"
Most people occasionally give in and dig into a favorite food that they know isn't good for them, and Ray is certainly no different. The TV chef explained in an interview with Parade, "I have never associated food with guilt. I don't feel guilty about eating a pizza or a hot dog or a hamburger. I think that life should be lived in moderation." That said, whenever she does treat herself to cuisine of that ilk, Ray has come to learn that regular exercise is also a must in order to balance the scales. She added, "I go to the gym 6 days a week and I've learned to love it. And because I make that time, I feel like I'm okay if I have a piece of pizza or French fries with lunch." Anyone who has watched Ray on TV should be well aware that she has expanded her empire beyond feeding humans with her own branded line of Rachael Ray Nutrish pet food. When envisioning Nutrish, Ray was adamant about producing pet food that met such high standards that it would be safe for humans to eat. As a result, Ray has happily chowed down on it herself. She revealed on her show,
"I've eaten our kibble and every flavor of our cat food, every one of them. It needs more salt for me. But they're very delicious recipes."
Despite her insistence that Nutrish was, well, nutritious, this was questioned when the brand was sued. In 2018, she was hit with a class action lawsuit over claims that her dog food was actually less healthy than other dog food on the market. Meanwhile, another lawsuit claimed Nutrish contained an herbicide that could be harmful to dogs, which was ultimately dismissed in 2021. In an interview with Forbes, Ray revealed that she enjoyed an extreme hobby. She told the outlet, "Something people may not know about me is that I like to jump out of airplanes. I've done so many times." Her passion for skydiving was on full display during a special edition of her daytime show in 2011 when she and comedian Bert Kreischer took off in an airplane and came down to Earth in parachutes. It all started when Kreischer guested on her show. When she asked him if there was anything he wouldn't do, Kreischer singled out skydiving. However, the host declared that she would bring him with her on a skydiving excursion. After she issued a challenge, Kreischer bravely accepted. As the segment demonstrated, Kreischer wasn't just kicked out of the plane, he also underwent extensive training at jump school. He mused,
"Here's the problem with jump school, is I didn't pay attention in real school."
Ultimately, it all went off without a hitch, with Ray and Kreischer flying through the sky together and safely landing on the ground. In 2007, Ray signed on with Dunkin Donuts, working with the donut chain to develop healthier menu items, while also appearing on its TV commercials. That news didn't receive a warm reception from late celebrity chef Anthony Bourdain, who slammed Ray as evil for shilling the sugary goodies. In response, Ray told ABC News she greatly respected Bourdain, but didn't feel she was doing anything wrong.
"Why do I pick on Rachael Ray? She genuinely offends me."
That wasn't the only controversy to emerge, though. In one online commercial, Ray wore a scarf around her neck. That triggered conservative pundit Michelle Malkin, who wrote a column claiming the scarf resembled a keffiyeh, which is a traditional scarf worn in the Middle East. So, in a mighty leap of logic, by wearing the scarf, Malkin was alleging that Ray was a terrorist sympathizer. Malkin stirred up enough of a media frenzy to spook Dunkin Donuts, which pulled the commercial. Given the fact that she sells her own line of pet food, it shouldn't be surprising to learn that Ray loves dogs, and pit bulls in particular. In 2020, Ray and her husband were brokenhearted when their beloved pit bull, Isabeau, died. A few weeks later, they adopted another pit bull, which they named Bella Boo Blue.
So, everybody, this is Triple B, Bella Boo Blue.
The newest member of our family.
She made her love of pit bulls known in a 2016 interview with Parade, when she vowed that she would never again visit Montreal after the Canadian city banned the breed. Ray told the outlet, "There's no such thing as an evil breed of dogs. It's ignorance, and I'm filled with heartache and sadness." That said, Ray had her issues with Isabeau over the years, including a notorious 2010 incident in which her pet bit another dog's ear off. That wasn't the first time that the dog had gone rogue either. According to Radar Online, Isabeau was allegedly involved in 5 earlier encounters with other dogs that the outlet described as violent, including an incident where Ray's hand was bloodied as she tried to break up a fight between Isabeau and another canine. In 2023, Ray announced that she was bringing her daytime show to a conclusion after 17 seasons in syndication. Ray explained in a statement, "My passions have evolved from the talk show format production and syndication model to a platform unencumbered by the traditional rules of distribution." At the same time, she revealed she was launching her own production company, Free Food Studios, that would take more of a multi-platform approach than just daytime television. Free Food Studios entered into a deal with A&E to produce 260 178 episodes of content for the network. The first few hours of that content debuted in 2024 on the A&E-owned FYI channel Rachael Ray's Meals in Minutes, which was certainly in her wheelhouse. As Ray explained to USA Today, she envisioned empowerment as the connective tissue in all of her new programming. She told the outlet, "I want you to know you can do anything we share with you, whether that's travel or how to make dinner." Among the projects on her plate, Rachael Ray's Rebuild, a 2023 show for A&E about people who've lost their homes, similar to the way she and her husband lost theirs in a 2020 fire. In an interview with the New York Post, Ray said about this series, "These shows are so moving, and these folks have gone through so much emotionally. We end each of the home shows with food. They design their own menus, and I make them anything they want."